Hello everyone and welcome to our latest Whirlwind Heights Forecast Center update. Today we are going to discuss very significant severe weather that is ahead across the United States, mainly the Midwest and the Great Lakes region over the next few days. At the same time, I'm going to be talking about a massive heat wave that is ongoing in the east central United States, and that's going to move to the northeast, and temperatures are going to be just about as bad in the northeast. Yes, we could hit 100 degrees and feel like temperatures in the northeast, and we could even surpass that. So, we're also going to talk about what I'm expecting about the upcoming tropical temperatures or tropical storms over the next few months, how I think that they're going to play out, as well as wildfires in Utah. So, without much more to talk about in this intro, let's roll right in with the forecast. And guys, also, I'm currently filming this during a severe weather event, so apologies in case there's any, there could be a lot of severe weather going on right now as you watch this, but I haven't been able to keep track of the weather, so let me go our tornado risk, which is a 5% CIG1, and we have storms just entering that, so I guess there's still a tornado threat to come. 5% CIG1 for central Wisconsin and northeastern Iowa, southeastern Minnesota. So be ready for strong tornadoes if you live in those areas. Damaging wind risk. This is why we have an enhanced risk. We have patches all over the place. We have one in Idaho, crazy. We have one in the Western Plains, in the southern Western Plains down here in northern Texas, eastern New Mexico, and western Kansas. We also have a 30% CIG1 for some of those same areas in that tornado risk, except that extends into the Great Lakes region in northern Michigan. So if you live in that, you gotta be ready. And if you live in any of these this wind risk, which we have 4 of them today, you need to be ready for significant damaging winds. Actually, technically, this damaging winds that's starting up in New Mexico, you go all the way up into Michigan. That actually this northeastern wind risk is the same as that risk in the Midwest. That's how big this wind risk is, because that actually goes into Canada. Anyways, and then our hail risk for the day, we have a 15% CIG1 in western Kansas as into Nebraska, and also the same areas in that tornado risk. Our day 2 outlook, there's a massive slight risk of severe weather here in the Midwest. There's another one in the southeast, and our tornado risk is a 2% as of now, pretty low, and it actually was downgraded from what I've seen. We'll see if that's justified with our radar or models. Here's your we have a significant tornado or wind risk for western Kansas, and then we also have a large one in the centered across the Midwest with that 15% CIG1, and then same for hail, except that goes up into Canada, and that's scraped all across the Midwest. Categorical, let's go with day 3. Day 3, I'll look pretty much the same area, just a bit to the south. Areas that just got impacted by severe weather tomorrow will get impacted again Wednesday, or no, not Wednesday, excuse me. They're gonna get impacted the day after that, which is gonna be Friday. And alright, day 3, probabilistic. There is a risk now of significant severe weather for the Midwest. I'm not sure what that hatching is for, but there's no more data after this. But severe weather will probably continue for the next 5 days. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. Now I am going to talk about this extremely dangerous heat wave. But before I do that, I am going to show you your timing of storms. So let's go to, no, that's this one doesn't work. Let's use HRRR. Hopefully that loads up. And it decides to stop at 8%. Okay, good. This is why it's so hard to make these forecasts. This is why I don't do them often. Just waiting. Alright, let me look. Let me look at the NAM. That's complete. Alright. Alright, I'm just gonna do this over the next... That covers the next few days. Alright, so this is not gonna go long term. But we're gonna make more forecasts eventually. Anyways, we're gonna have a very dangerous heat wave. That's gonna go nowhere at night. Like, that's the dangerous part of this. Like there can be areas that we're not even gonna be able to go down to the 80s. And then here are your temperatures for tomorrow, which are gonna be dangerously hot. We're gonna be talking about up to 95, possibly even 97. And I wouldn't even rule out 100 degrees of temperature, just like for the actual temperature. And then here in the Northeast, it is going to hit 100 degrees in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's going to hit 100 degrees in New York City. And it is going to reach 95 degrees in Dover, New Hampshire. And even 91 degrees in Augusta, Maine. Guys, this is going to be an insane heat wave for the Northeast. And those temperatures get even worse. And this heat may not be going anywhere anytime soon. So have a lot of water with you. And it's also going to be really sunny from what I've heard. So guys, the UV is so high, I wouldn't even rule out 2nd degree burns. And here's your apparent temperatures, which in Virginia, it is going to hit 110 degrees, and probably is actually approaching that right now. It's 100 degrees across the Ohio Valley in apparent temperatures, which I guess is feel like temperatures, and it's going to approach 105 degrees, possibly even higher than that in those areas. And then there could be a brief moment up to 110 degrees there in western central Kentucky. But guys, it is going to get dangerously hot in eastern Virginia. Guys, we could be talking about 110 degrees here there in Virginia. And guys, in Maine, in Canada, all the way up in New Brunswick, we could be approaching 100 degrees. It could get up to 100 degrees in feel like temperatures for Maine. This heat wave is going to be insane. And this heat is not going anywhere anytime soon. So, guys, get ready for this just insane, awful heat. Alright, now I'm going to talk about humidity, and this is why... And then we're going to get into cloud cover here in a second. This is your humidity, which is going to be just awful. I've not seen a heat wave like this in forever. Louisville, Kentucky could be approaching 98.6% humidity. That is crazy. And guys, this heat is not going anywhere. This is also why our feel like temperatures are just so much higher. But guys, again, you gotta get ready. Let me go to cloud cover in these areas, and this is what's gonna really determine just how dangerous this heat is. And as you can see, there's gonna be a bit of cloud cover, but here in eastern Virginia, there's not gonna be much cloud cover. So guys, if you're living in eastern Virginia, I mean, UV could be really dangerous. It could easily cause 2nd degree burns in some cases if you're outside for a long period of time doing construction or something. And there's not gonna be much cloud cover here in the Dixie Alley, but later in the week there could be a bit of cloud cover, but I don't know how much that's gonna do to stop the insane heat that is coming to the United States. Let's go to real quick to these areas. Okay, here's what's going on in Utah. Which, it's oddly low in Utah. What the heck? So apparently there were wildfires going on in Utah. That's really low temperature. Now, if you live in this area, and our wildfire risk though, that's kind of crazy. What the heck? I'm gonna go to humidity. It's gonna be low humidity here. It's just gonna be pretty dry here across the southwest, which is pretty expected. I guess that's why our wildfire risk is there. Alright, and then let's go to our total precipitation. This thing doesn't have that. Alright, and then here's your tropping. And as you can see, there's a more significant threat of severe weather here. The reason why they issued a mesoscale discussion here is because it could be pretty significant severe weather here. And then I wouldn't rule out some isolated severe weather in this location. Let's go to... let's go... As you can see, this jet stream looks like it's going to die off. So I don't know. Maybe this is different. Wait, let me... I'm a bit confused. What is this showing? Okay, here's what it shows. Alright. I got it. Here's your 500 millibar winds. And if you're a little bit up here in Canada, there could be some severe weather. And as you can see, there's like a kind of a ridge setting up here, which is basically what's bringing our heat. And this specific show, there could be some isolated severe weather there, but I really doubt it. And then, as you can see, there could be some severe weather here. I wouldn't rule out some isolated severe weather there, but generally it's low. Guys, I wouldn't even rule out severe weather here in Northern California, but it'd be very isolated. It's a very low chance of happening. But yeah, which I'm getting some new experience using this specific radar stuff, but I can understand it pretty well. All right, so again, we don't have total precipitation, so I'm gonna use the GFS, which is very long term. So guys, I apologies for that. No, not precipitation type. I want total precipitation. Here's your precipitation across the United States. If this even wants to load, give it a second. This thing is slow. Like a snail can win the Kentucky Derby faster than this. I'm sorry, I can't get that total precipitation down for you. This thing doesn't want to load. Alright, I got it. I gotta close it down. I closed it down and then it just decides to work. Okay, here we go. And this is showing quite a bit of rainfall in Kentucky and Tennessee. And again, this is really long term. Within the next few days, there could be a bit of rainfall, but I doubt it with that ridge across the East Coast. Now, this I do believe that here in the Midwest, I do think there'll be this rainfall. I just don't know about here with that heat wave. And so, yeah. So guys, that'll be the end of today's forecast. If you enjoyed today's forecast, leave it, comment down below and like the video. And I'll make forecasts more common from now on, as we got a lot more severe weather, still got a lot of severe weather to come. Dangerous heat wave, and the tropics are starting to get a bit active. So I will see you guys in the next forecast.